my name's Hugh Reed. I'm the president and CEO of Reed Law Group, PassYourBar.com, LawSchoolTutoring.com. And I'm here to talk a little bit about some of the things you can do to help your constitutional law score. Constitutional law. In every subject, including constitutional law, you should first decide what the outline is. In other words, what outline is your law professor using? Or for bar examination purposes, what outline are the bar examiners using? They tell us what's going to be tested in con law. On the bar exam, the constitutional law is tested in 4 major categories. Number 1, they're going to test us on the nature of judicial review. Number 2, separation of powers. Number 3, the relation between states and the nation, the federal system, in the federal system. And number 4, individual rights. Individual rights. So we start with the outline. And if you're still in law school, you're being tested in con law, obviously go and get past examinations or talk to people who've actually taken constitutional law from this law professor. If you're getting ready for the bar exam, then you talk to us. Why? Because we take the bar exam literally every time it's given. I have a multi-jurisdictional law practice, and I take the multi-state bar exam, a secure examination, every 6 months. Now, I cannot release these questions. I'm legally and ethically obligated not to release them to you, but I can make sure that you understand how it's tested, and that's what we do. Our outlines follow the National Conference of Bar Examiners outline, and we have questions and both an essay form and multiple choice questions that can beef you up or get you ready for each part of the exam. Now, the other thing that I should tell you is that I'm formerly in charge of pilot training for the Army. So I believe in mnemonics, checklists, and memory devices, because all pilots learn their emergency procedures with checklists. And I think that law candidates or people taking bar exams under anxiety conditions have to perform, and they have to be able to regurgitate this law knowledge under anxiety conditions. So I use a lot of mnemonics and memory devices, and I'm going to give you some of these right now so that you can understand how this is used and how this may help you, if you like them, this may help you for exam purposes. So let's talk about a couple of them. Under equal protection, for example, I remember that the strict scrutiny, there's 3 tiers in equal protection, as you may recall. The strict scrutiny applies to RAN, R-A-N, race, alienage, and national origin, also to the fundamental rights. Under fundamental rights or privacy rights, I remember them with the acronym CAMPER, C-A-M-P-E-R. And by the way, all of these are illustrated by our illustrator, so you can visualize these and remember them under test anxiety conditions, because you're really being tested on law knowledge, you're being tested on law expression, and you're being tested on law analysis. So those 3 things are key. For multiple choice testing, you can watch or listen to how to take multiple choice exams. We have some videos available. For essay writing, you can go to our essay writing video and listen to that, or you can sign up on our website for a free study kit at readlawgroup.com. But let me give you the CAMPER rights in the few minutes that we have left. CAMPER rights stand for contraception, A, abortion, M, marriage, P, procreation, E, education, public education, not the quality, but you have a right to public education. You also have a right to be homeschooled, not quality, because just because you're being educated in a lower tax-based school district, that's okay. That's not unconstitutional. And then R stands for relatives living with you, the Cleveland case. So CAMPER rights are these privacy right cases. Time, place, and manner restrictions. Time, place, and manner restrictions. Remember, you're going to be tested on these. The burden is on the government to show that the measure is substantially related to an important governmental interest, but I remember them with the acronym CANS, C-A-N-S. That is, the regulation has to be C, content neutral. A, alternate channels of communication have to be made available. Alternate channels of communication are made available. N, the regulation is narrowly tailored. And S, a significant or substantial, important governmental interest is involved. Time, place, and manner restrictions. How about individual rights? Let's talk about that a little bit. Individual rights. We have the First Amendment, which is obviously the First Amendment by design. Freedom of speech, freedom of association, freedom of religion. However, not all freedom of speech is protected by the First Amendment. And the ones that are not protected are do FICA, D-O-F-I-C-A, do FICA. Defamation, the D in do. O, obscenity. F, fighting words. I, imminent violence, words of imminent violence. C, crime or criminal words such as solicitation. And finally A, advertising, that is deceptive or misleading. Commercial advertising, deceptive or misleading. So, do FICA is not protected. Now, obscenity is an all-time favorite on the bar exam and on law school examinations. And for obscenity, we have a mnemonic. That is, does it lack slaps? S-L-A-P-S. Does it lack serious, literary, artistic, political, or scientific value? Serious, literary, artistic, political, or scientific value. And Miller versus California is the seminal case, 1973 case, where you look for words like prurient, which means lustful or morbid. It has to be addressed to the prurient interests of lacking a community standard, all right? So, prurient interests, and we talk about the average person under contemporary community standards, and when determining community standards, by the way, the standards of children are not included, but the standards of sensitive people in the community are included. And it has to be taken as a whole, So look for words like prurient, community standard, average person, and contemporary community standards lacking slaps. What are some other mnemonics that may be helpful to you? Well, in constitutional law, we have the powers of Congress. Powers of Congress, the federal government is sort of like the 800-pound gorilla in the room, but this may help you. Some of the major powers of Congress enumerated in the Constitution are creates dice, civil rights. The Commerce Clause also is the most powerful tool that Congress has, but civil rights. R, regulations, legislative regulations. E, elections. A, admiralty. T, taxation. E, eminent domain. S, spending for the general welfare. D, defense. I, interstate commerce. C, citizenship. And E, external or foreign affairs. Well, those are just some of the few mnemonics and memory devices that we can help you prepare for any constitutional law exam. So please call us. We can help you. 800-852-3926 or go to our website, readlawgroup.com. We wish you the best of luck. Thanks for watching.